What was your "is this bitch serious" moment? Used to work at Disney World. It's 9 a.m. and a lady comes into our guest services demanding a refund on their turkey leg because it tastes weird. We ask her details to process the refund. Turns out she bought it 3 days ago and was carrying it in her bag since. Have a magical day! I've been informed by many friends who worked at Disney, and they all agree that if a cast member says have a magical day, they are definitely telling you to duck off. Disney World attracts some of the most bizarre humans on the planet. I know a girl who works there, and she was on her lunch break when a couple came over and started berating her, a grown-ass adult, for not eating her carrots. I was waitressing at a place that served a hot beef sandwich. Customer said his food was cold, so I insisted I would grab him a new sandwich. He was not happy and wanted me to experience how truly cold this beef in the sandwich was, so he insisted I touched it. I refused, so he physically grabbed my arm, opened my palm, and proceeded to put the beef from inside his sandwich directly into my hands and made me walk it back to the kitchen with my bare hands. Ran into a similar situation when I was working there back in December. Guest came up to me wanting a refund for a salad that his wife bought because it tasted funny around 7 or 8 p.m. He didn't have it with him and had apparently bought it that morning. Needless to say, he did not get a refund. What sucks is you have to stay all bright and happy and not show the expression on your face, showing them how stupid they are. Some friends of my parents were retired Disney employees, and they constantly got asked stupid questions like, "When is the 9 o'clock parade?" And you have to be chill about it. A couple sat down at the movie theater 15 minutes into the movie. The lady sits right beside me and is holding a full conversation at full volume with the man barely acknowledging her. I politely ask her to lower her voice as it is distracting. She stares forward for 2 minutes before leaning over. Maybe if you weren't listening to my conversation, you won't be distracted. I was too livid to even respond, and the movie was ruined. Edit. The movie was Wonder Woman. I've definitely gotten employees for jerks at the movies, but I felt like I might punch this lady if I looked her direction. Either way, she did lower her voice after that. I feel your pain. This was me on the opening night of Endgame. Girl talked through the trailers. Fine, I get it. Then the movie starts and she's literally commenting on everything. Her boyfriend isn't responding. I keep thinking she'll stop, but after 10 minutes, I had to lean over and ask her to please stop talking. She looked absolutely baffled and said, "You can hear me? I wasn't even talking to you." Luckily, she stopped after that, but it ruined the whole tone of the movie for me. Movie hit totally different when I came back 2 days later for a second viewing. One time I was at a movie theater, and this one college-aged guy was sliding into the row carrying a whole thing of popcorn and giant soda. I guess his hands were too full because he dropped his soda and spilled it over one man sitting in his seat. The dude was drenched in cola. The college guy said, "My bad, bro," and just went to his seat while the older man got pissed and walked out. I felt so bad and I hope he got a refund because there's no way I'd stay to watch a movie after being drenched in soda. Oh man. In a theater, a lady's phone rings and she answers it and carries on a convo at regular speaking level. Minutes go by and she says, "Yeah, he's here," and proceeds to hand the phone to her date to talk. I really hate the theater because of stuff like this. Give me my living room or a llama draft house or I'm not interested. A woman claimed to have left her money at home while I was working one day after she ordered 2 sandwiches. They take about 10 minutes to cook. I said, that's okay. When you come back, they will be ready. She said she wanted the sandwiches first and that she'd be right back after she and her daughter ate because they lived right around the corner. I said, if you live right around the corner, you'll be back before the sandwiches are done, but I can't give you food before you pay. She lost her shit on me. It was wild. She left with no food and didn't come back. Edited, changed preferred to ordered. I had a lady try something similar. She wanted to return something without the item. She picked up another item, said, it's like this one, and wanted me to give her the money and bring the item in later. When I laughed and was like, are you serious? She got really mad. She didn't seem drunk or high. She just couldn't comprehend why I wouldn't give her the money. On multiple occasions, I've had mothers try to leave their kids with me because I'm in childcare. I literally have to stop telling moms I'm a nanny because I end up getting a strange baby plopped in my lap. The worst was at a park. I was chilling and reading. A mother sits next to me on the bench with her baby. We start chatting a little. Oh, your baby's such a cutie, stuff like that. This bitch stands up, places her baby in my lap, diaper bag next to me, and says she'll be right back. Didn't ask, just put her baby in my lap and walks away. That's when you mysteriously lose the kid. Stand up and start screaming, 911! Abandoned baby! Someone call 911! How to kidnap a child 101. Pretend to be a nanny. Someone asked if I could break a $100 bill in pennies. I just looked at her, looked around to make sure I was definitely not currently working in a bank. It was a bakery, and said sorry. That's literally 10,000 pennies. Who the f just wakes up and decides they want 10,000 pennies? I just had one yesterday. I've been going to my local high schools, running track to jog and exercise since lockdown. Well, to park your car, you have to go through a driveway that's designated with arrows as one way. There is an exit on the other side of the parking lot. Anyway, the soccer moms in towns are notorious for parking their cars in this driveway and making it hard to get into the actual parking lot. As I pull into the driveway, one of those women thinks that it's a brilliant idea to put her car into reverse as I'm entering. I couldn't swerve out of the way because there was an SUV parked right at the mouth of the entrance, taking up half the available space. So I reacted and honked my horn. She proceeded to panic, throw the car into drive and run it into a small boulder that lines this driveway. It ripped the passenger side air deflector clean off. According to her, I'm now a fucking asshole that honks her horn for no reason. Jibes Lorenzo, if you panic at a car horn, what the fuck are you doing driving? Driving in India for 5 minutes will probably give her a heart attack then. My sister mother-in-law opened up all her wedding gifts and packed them away while she was on honeymoon. It's been 3 years since, but I'm still mad thinking about it. What was her excuse? Did she think that the gifts might rot or expire? Laughing my ass off. She said they would be exhausted after their trip, and so she wanted to help them settle in their new apartment by unpacking. To this day, my sister has stuff that she has no idea who it's from and could never personally thank anyone. Even with the list, I think I'd still like to open my own gifts. I think most people would, and most people would think that. Bet she was allowed to open all of her siblings' gifts when she was little. A customer once sent back her steak tartare because it was, and I quote, severely undercooked. Severely undercooked, almost completely, I would imagine. Waiter, my gazpacho soup is cold. Take it back and heat it. She was probably just complaining that a live cow wasn't brought to the table. Wait,